tells me that a Seraph complex recently powered on for the first time since the collapse. Shortly thereafter, Vex incursions were reported. Anna flagged the site as a potential pillory bunker. If the Vex gain access to its systems, they'll use it to wrest Rasputin's submine data away from us. It would be catastrophic. You've landed at the source of the complex's AUG supply. Centuries in Martian rust have done this place no kindness. Our window of opportunity is short. AUG surges destabilize the complex, and Vex are breaching the command matrix. Go. The Black Garden. They're a fanatical sect of programming devoted to the darkness, or rather the witness. The Ishtar Collective in a Seraph complex. Peculiar. They were rivals in the Golden Age. This wasn't just a pillory site, it was a joint research facility focused on extrasolar colonization efforts. The Sol Divisive have been scouring research logs. They were looking for something more than to imprison Rasputin's submines. information stored here, but could it be linked to my visions? Why else would the witness be interested in these files? Mine remains in this terminal like an open door. It's using the tower's arrays to connect with installations across Seoul. This must be in preparation to imprison the submines. Breaking their connection could end this threat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go for the flawless. I've been the final boss at least like 8 times. I'm doing the cheese, so, for Percy's, so I can easily do this. I can do it flawless. Just the problem is every single time I do Percy's, I crash. So this is like my 12th run on this, flawless basically, until my game crashes. And we almost fucked up right there. But yeah, so I'm trying to mainly stack up with my Star Eaters so I can do more damage with my super right now. Oh, I see why. But yeah, I'm just using my arc build. This is the last thing I need for my, yeah, I hope so too. I really hope so. I practiced for a bit with Percy's to get my timing and things down to make sure I don't crash. That's also why I use this arc build, is for whenever I get low like that. Normally I tend to stay silent unless somebody's in the stream, because focusing. But I don't really need to focus too hard in this, since I've already got it like knocked out. Originally my biggest problem with this encounter was the eyes, because I couldn't get them knocked out in time, so I tried to do like double specials, which was not the way to go, because I would run out of special ammo. But I was like, okay, let me try my BXR, but that also wasn't doing it for me, so I was like, okay, I need to find something else. But then I pulled out my Shariah's Wrath, because I have the Adept one, and I was like, I can just put on Celerity for the reload speed. So I got this, like, reloading extremely fast now and everything. Sorry, that was right here. But also, I make sure to take out the Harpies, because that's what I was trying to... Also having a problem with using double special, because I was using a trace rifle. I literally ran out right there. I think this should probably be the last of my DPS, and then I might get this done. Just depends on how well I do it this time. Yeah, I didn't have reconstruction on it. Instead I had ambitious assassin. Nah, this isn't the DPS. It's gonna be the next time though. For sure. Yeah, I had it's not Ness's obligation. I'm thinking of something else, I think. I forgot the name of the trace rifle from the raid. But yeah, I had mine with Ambitious Assassin and Candescent. That's like the only role I have, I think. And with my melee, I also generate like a shit ton of orbs. Because I just finished my master run today for Guardian rank 11. I have everything done. All I really need to do is just this, and then the accommodations, and then I have rank 11. Because I already have like almost everything done in Destiny, so I get really bored. I was like, I wanna have something to grind for, and this is it. And I actually really enjoy doing it because it's tedious, it's challenging. Not a lot of people do it because of those reasons. Oh yeah, definitely avoid trace, but I don't have any like regular ones. There is the one from Season of the Haunted I could craft, but also I don't want to take time just to level it up just to only use it for this, which was one of my issues towards crafting it. Like, rather not go ahead and do that. But also, most times I don't really use my craft. Like, I use them for a certain amount of time until something new comes up in my inventory, and then afterwards I'm, like, using that. But I know I'm bringing back out my Graviton Lance, because next season they're buffing the shit out of it. They're giving it a higher fire rate to match Revision 0, as if the Graviton Lance isn't already really good. I went flawless with Trials of the Nine the first day that it came out using the Origin Story auto rifle and Graviton Lance while running Tether. So I remember my exact loadout and also Stint of the Past rocket. So with Graviton being buffed, I was like, I'm really excited to see that. I think I finished this one. Mine's going blank. Yep, I did. Okay. Oh, and I ran out. This also knocks out the harpies pretty well, because I don't believe in all the dares that I ran. Day 1 Dares of Eternity. Most events I like to guild or get everything done in day 1. So for when 30th anniversary phase first came out, I already had within the first 16 hours of it being out, I already had everything you can unlock inside the treasure room. I had everything that you could get from Xur, and then I even had the catalyst done for the Forerunner, which honestly I was really happy around that time, but the grind was so fucking tedious that now I just get so bored of dares. But also doing it so much makes you like remember half the fucking dialogue. I'm missing one. The one to the side. Nope, I ran out again. Oh well. I gotta go back here. I'm just hoping that the heartbeats don't respawn, which they probably won't. Yeah, alright. Well, this is basically fucking it. Then I'm gonna cheese Percy's. Hopefully I actually get it done right. If I realize I'm doing something wrong, I'll probably just have to force a wipe just in case. That was the worst fucking eyes that I've done. But this is it anyways. I don't use anything except for Wither Horde and my SMG for Percy's. Cause there's a cheese on your hunter if you use Gathering Storm. You just kill about it takes about 17 Wither Horde shots, so like 17 waves of the spawns inside of the middle room once you open the doors in Percy's. And after you kill those, you wait for the white flash when they're spawning to wait for it to flash white. Once it flashes white, then you're gonna cast Gathering Storm. Make sure that it hits the enemies in the Gathering Storm has a arc circle around it for how wide the area is, and you basically want that circle to be touching both the enemy that spawns and Percy's, and it instantly kills them. It's like really fucking nasty, but it also makes things so much easier. Just the only problem is your game crashing, so you need to make sure you're like competent. So like for me, I was like, I don't really mind needing to restart. It's just tedious. All right. There's one I'm missing. Oh, right there. But it's a really cool cheese that I found out. I never knew about it until one of my friends told me about it. They're like, hey dude, I've seen you like trying to solo, because Percy's it's just really tedious to do DPS, because if anything it takes a lot more time than Akalos, or whatever the fuck his name is that I just got off of.
A real thing. Much as our mission. If this can
Also, I've done so many fucking Spire runs that just all these lines are just stuck in my head. I think what also helps in having us doing like a solo flawless is like already knowing exactly what is what, especially if you've done the master, because I got my master done and everything. All I just need is just a solo flawless for my rank 11. Yeah, it's exactly that. But I think all I'm gonna do is since some of those are craftable, and next season people are talking about how you can now just turn them into deep sights. I might just head back and just grab a few until I have like 5 of each, and then once I do that, I'll just fucking turn them into a deep sight. And then with that, I don't even have to touch dares anymore. But I have the worst luck with dares because I think I did about 20 keys at one point, and I didn't get anything but a single deep sight. And it wasn't even for anything that was craftable, and it was really, really depressing. Alright, and then from here it should just be a piece of cake as long as I do this right. Unless my game crashes, which you'll know if my game crashes if my stream ends. Since I stream on PS5. I'm also pretty upset now that you remind me of Xur because I remember for the longest time I've been waiting for Xur to sell like a really good roll for the Seal the Hamkara grass. Those are what I use so much. And I was waiting to get like a better roll than what I've been having for like all these years. And I haven't been able to, but also what's been leaked with Season of the Deep is like all the changes. So I need to do 17 waves of these. So once I have like 4 Wither Horde shots, and I don't know why he followed us in here. It's not supposed to be like this. Alright. Normally he doesn't follow you in here, the Minotaur. Just get him to go on the other side. So once we have 4 shots and left on our Wither Horde, and that's when I should try and use the super. Normally I shoot it at that line right there because it'll hit the enemies and Percy's at the same time. Like right when it flashes white, like a millisecond before it spawns, that's when you're gonna want to cast normally. But I'm just hoping we don't crash. It mainly crashes if you get your timing wrong, which really sucks. Like right when I shoot my Wither Horde is basically when I cast. And normally with flawless runs, you can't, like a solo. This is the Percy's cheese. Basically, Percy's just stays right there. You kill a certain amount of ads. Normally, people recommend up to 17 waves of these. And then once you do, you're gonna cast your super right on that orange line, and it'll insta-kill Percy's. But you have to do it when the enemies spawn. So as soon as that white flashes. It is about patience, yeah. Because with the last boss, normally I just take so long on DPS. Normally 5 or 6, sometimes it'll be 3. It depends on how well I do. And then right after this wave of enemies that I killed, then that's when I'm gonna cast this. That's it. Solo flawless. Done. This was the fucking one. This was the fucking one. That's great. That's awesome. Now we got that. Now all I need is just to do solar. Oh man. I'm so happy about that, man. Wow. I was relatively calm. I wasn't freaking out. I practiced my timing. I'm pretty happy I practiced the timing, because if I didn't do that, then this would have probably fucked me up. But yeah. Ah, that was great. 47-minute run. Flawless. Let's fucking go. So that's the Persis cheese. Cause I found out about it because of a friend. I looked up videos and so many people don't really explain it too well. So most times you're gonna like want to look in, and you just, what I normally do is I count how many times the enemies spawn that he kills. Most people do at least 13, some do 14, but some guy said 17 is very consistent with him, so I practiced that one, and it was really consistent. So I made sure, I used D2 checkpoint, I was using that a lot for practicing it. Yeah, now you know about the cheese. It's fucking awesome, dude. It is the best thing ever. So the last thing I need now is just for accommodations. So I have everything else done. I'm pretty fucking happy now. I can't wait to tell my girlfriend about this, because she's at work right now. So once she learns I got this done finally, she's gonna be happy, because I've been trying this for the past 6 days, and I'll do it before work, after work, or later at night, or before I do anything, or while nobody's on. And I finally actually got it done in time. So great. But if you want to know what I'm using, I don't know why I have Fireline on this, because it's no longer really needed, since nobody's really going to be using linears that often. But I'm pretty surprised. I completely forgot what roles I had on this. I only use celerity because of the handling and reload speed, which is really nice. And this went back to stability, even though I switched it to reload. I'm not sure. And then Wither Horde. I've never touched a Wither Horde until this season. Well, I've had the Wither Horde since Season of Arrivals, but the thing is, I never really touched it. I just had it, and I was like, okay, I don't really fucking care about it. I never cared about it. Until this season, I was like, I need to get this done. It's like, if I want to get this done, what's recommended? And people were like, everybody recommended me. They're like, Witherhoard. You need to use fucking Witherhoard. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. I masterworked it. I got everything out of the way. I used it, and then I fell in love with it. I was like, dude, this is so great. Now I use it for a lot of things now. But, yeah, and then this is, what I use for arc for my, melees. Absolutely love doing ad clear with melees, because even with champions, like, in Master Root of Nightmares, my fire team was, like, I pretty much did a majority of the ad clear on right side while also, having gaze. And most of them were just seeing me punch the shit out of everything. Champions, they're about a 3-punch with this arc build, and it's fucking great. But you need to proc the combination blow. You need to make sure it gets ×3. I've been using top tree arc for the longest time. I don't really know. I'm very happy about that. I went, if you're crazy about going that long without Witherhoard, I went about 7 years without anything except for one character. I've only had one character for about 7 years straight, and that's this hunter. I made my first ever Titan. I think it's coming up on 2 years or 1 year, but I made my first ever Titan afterwards, because I was like, hey, it's like, I'm getting bored. It's like, I already have everything done on my hunter. I have everything that you could do. It's like, I want to do something new. So I got a Titan. I started playing him. My Titan is religiously tied to Saint 14. Actually, I want to show this off. I love my Titan. Probably my second favorite to play. I made my first Warlock about a year after, but I never really touched my Warlock. So this is my Titan. Fucking love it. And then my Warlock. But yeah, so 6 years as a hunter. People fucking hate me on my hunter sometimes, because I'm just really toxic sometimes, especially in Gambit. My entire clan really loves Gambit. We focus on it a lot. I haven't gilded it yet this season because I've been so focused on doing everything else. I haven't focused on gilding it. I just have one more thing, but I've been too lazy to do it. So this is the next time I'm gilding it, which I've gilded it since gilding first came out. And then the first time I gilded Conqueror, I've had the Conqueror title for so long, but I've just been too lazy to gild it. I only did like whatever Nightfalls I enjoyed instead of actually gilding it, but since it's a requirement for rank 11, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it. I think what I used was exactly this loadout for the Hypernet. And my friend was like, he was freaking out because he's like, I don't want to do Hypernet. It's like, why not? He goes, because dude, it's fucking hard. And I thought it was gonna be hard too, but Hypernet was fucking stupid easy. I think I actually kind of ranked them on my own from easiest to probably the hardest, which anything I'd say it would be Hypernet Current. Then Hypernet's so much easier than Lake of Shadows, even though Lake of Shadows has the cheese method where you would just stand on that platform. So it's Hypernet, Lake of Shadows, and then Arms Dealer. The only problem with Arms Dealer is probably the Threshers and then the Tank Room, because the Tormentors and then all the Unstops that show up. I'd say Glassway and Proving Grounds are somewhat tied. And then definitely the hardest one was Battlegrounds Mars. That one I was stuck on for a good 7 hours with the same fire team. It took us 17 attempts, 7 hours. We're trying. Most times we took huge breaks. We took like good chunks of breaks to do other things because we were getting so stressed out over it. But I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'll go Tether Hunter. So we had another one switch to their Hunter. Both of us used Tethers. Then we had a Void Titan. So all of us ran Void. And it made things so much easier with tether, especially with the cheese, because even with the cheese, it's still very hard, because you'll get the boss stuck and staring at you, and when that happens, once you deal the damage to him, you need to run off and go kill all the knights and then deposit them in the middle of the room, which there's a shit ton of ads if you don't do anything. So they sent me out. I would go invis, jump off, and I would use my rocket to kill the knights. So I wasted all my heavy ammo on the knights, and I would go invis and deposit it. And at one point, me and the other hunter died, and it was so tedious because the Titan has the boss on him. He needed to run, so he ran for it, placed the bubble, and got us up. And from there on, I was able to kill everything and deposit, and then we wiped the boss. But that was like probably the hardest Nightfall I've done so far. A lot of people say, I think people say Lightblade's the hardest Grandmaster. I think that's what people said. But for me, I really enjoy Lightblade. Lightblade is so much fun. But I'm very happy to get Spire done. I no longer need to do it. But then also one of my friends are going to be pissed off because he begs to be in activities. And I don't invite him into these activities. I feel like a dick when I say this. But he hasn't played Destiny in about 2 years. He's actually right next to my light power. He's way above my season rank. He's been playing a lot. He's been earning a lot of things. He's been doing fucking amazing. But the problem is his raid experience. I don't want to bring him in because for a master Root of Nightmares, I don't want to bring him in because he hasn't been experienced with masters. I did the Master Percy's cheese with him to show it to him, and I'll be like, hey, I'll get you your first ever master thing done. So we went to go do that, and he just kept dying left and right on Percy's. So I was like, hey, just don't respawn. It's like, I'll do everything from here. So I soloed it for him. We got the clear. And that kind of made me skeptical. He's like, hey, if you ever do another Master Root of Nightmares, he's like, you can always invite me. I'd be like, sure. I never invited him, and I felt pretty bad. It's like, I don't know if I'm being mean or not, because he never did raids ever. And I taught him how to do VOG. I taught him how to do King's Fall. I even taught him Root of Nightmares and a majority of Garden. The ones, and also Last Wish. The only one I haven't taught him yet is Vow of the Disciple and Deep Stone. But I want to teach him Deep Stone. I'm excited about that one. That was like one of my favorite raids other than King's Fall. But I don't know. It's like I'll probably bring him in again and see. But he's also trying to get the Guardian rank 11, but he's held back because titles. He only has one title unlocked. But Guardian Games is coming up and stuff, so he can easily knock it out with Guardian Games, Crucible title, Iron Banner title. Actually, I think the easiest way that he can knock out 7 titles would be to do the Crucible title. I don't know if he's able to do the Spire one in time, especially the solo part. I'm not sure. He could do the Iron Banner, Crucible. He already has Gambit. Guardian Games 1, Queen's Guard, and then Virtual Fighter. He can also do Deadeye, 30th Anniversary, and then Conqueror, because he has done some Grandmasters. I was going to do the rest with him, but he wasn't on, and he wasn't receiving my messages, so I found other fire teams. I need to finish my Deepstone Crypt one. I think the only raid exotics I'm missing is Conditional. Oh yeah, Collective Obligation. I was thinking of that. And Legend of Acreus and then Heart Shadow. It's like the only weapons I'm missing. Which kind of sucks. I think one thing that has me upset is the fact that people can now just buy 1K voices. Which is really dumb. But now I no longer need the solo spire, unless I'm doing it for fun. Well, now I'm probably gonna need to do a bunch of I'll probably do some raid attempts. But I'm gonna turn this into a video. But if you're still here, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the encouragement. Love talking to you guys. It was actually really nice for my actual flawless run to be talking, because most of these runs are just pure silence. But thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the encouragement. Good luck on your guys' spire and everything else that you guys are doing. You guys have a good one.